In relationship to Arlington, maybe one of the most interesting things that I did here was create a work called Rolling Thunder with a very large cast, and actually a collaboration with Hilda Thorpe, who's a visual artist from Alexandria, maybe one of the most famous 1950s color school artists, brilliant artist. And we created an event and presented it at Kenmore in the junior high school. That's a beautiful community theater there. And then we toured it actually to Brazil and presented it at the United Nations Earth Summit there, on the beach, in a big theater, two of them on the beach in Rio de Janeiro. But it was about the warning that the earth is warning us that we need to take care. We're making choices that may not be good for the planet. So that was presented. We also did another work at that same evening with Hilda Thorpe's sculpture. She made paper and gauze, and it was stretched out over the entire audience, and the sculpture enveloped the entire audience. So that was a very special thing that happened here in Arlington, and I appreciated the support of the county. The county arts organization at that time was directed more toward community groups, trying to develop the Mongolian population or the other Latino or Hispanic populations by investing a lot in those cultural organizations. And that was a revolutionary sort of pattern, I think, that happened. They were a leader nationally. Now there's been a slight shift in that, I think, as the Arlington has perhaps matured, as the audience in Arlington has maybe shifted, as the arts have grown stronger and have become larger business ventures and adventures. And so you see a place then like the development of the museum, the Artisphere, which is an incredibly beautiful, fine space that's new now in Roslyn. And the other really interesting thing I did in Arlington, in terms of my performing and so forth, is recently presented an evening, a very unique evening there at the Artisphere called Dance Films, the intersection of dance, film, new media, and performance.
This was recently?
That was just, that performance was on the 21st of October in the beautiful Dome Theater in Artisphere. And it was a gorgeous evening, and it was beautifully received by a sold-out house. And I like Artisphere very much. I like the spaces there. It's a welcoming space. It's a challenge. It's got so many venues for presentation that it's going to take some time to figure out how to have 3 and 4 simultaneous events going on in the same building. It's sort of like they do that at Lincoln Center, but there's a long history of figuring out how to have 3 and 4 performances on a given evening. So I'm very hopeful and optimistic about Artisphere. It's the new kid on the block in Arlington, and I think it's a symbol. It symbolizes the potential for change and the change that has already taken place in Arlington.